I mean, that is what the progressive wanted, right? Equality. Well, we treat you nice, but with equality.
Well, this is Abi's desperate attempt to discredit me. I am a man of the field. I fought against Hamas as part of legitimate intelligence organization, against savage group that were targeting civilians in suicide bombing attacks, waves of suicide bombing attacks that they killed people indiscriminately. So Abi today want me for some reason to apologize for saving human life because my truth challenges her convenient truth.
Convenient truth. I like that.
Abby does not have the authority. She's just a self-appointed low-grade journalist. How can you be a journalist and you call this a genocide, ethnic cleansing? And she just keep repeating ethnic cleansing, genocide, colonialism, etc. None of it is real, including Palestine. It's only in your head. None of it is existential. Palestine was never born. How can you free it? It was never there. It's just a colonial entity, and some people choose to make it into a national identity. And this parrot has been just repeating Hamas propaganda.
I didn't expect him to call her a parrot. El hombre dice la mujer que eres un loro.
Marwan Barghouti that she's talking about him, she never met him. I knew Marwan before he got to power. He is a criminal. He killed 5 people. He has blood on his hands. He cheated on his wife. He has a secret son that he never revealed it to the public. Of course, I can criticize him, and I can criticize all the criminals that I know personally. She's been there only for a visit, and maybe she had some falafel sandwich.
That's one thing we agree on.
And she really was blown away of the Palestinian experience. There is no such a thing as Palestine. It's about time to retire, find a different job. You're not a journalist. You don't qualify even to be a mother.
It jumped up a notch. It did, didn't it?
It's a tiny bit of Botox. Do you not understand? Like, it's called a lip flip. It's not...
Why? What's wrong with the lips that were already there?
It's none of your business what was wrong with the before. Like, I wanted to get it, so, like, that's all that matters.
You're a gorgeous specimen. And you're quite cute.
Thanks.
And I would love to continue to date, but I'm going to need to know on a scale of 1 to 10 how plastic you are.
What? What?
Yeah.
How
Can you give me just a number?
I can't even...
I'm not asking for details, just a number. Box out of 10.
I'm not answering that fucking insane question. No.
At first, I thought this guy was being a little too harsh, but as he spoke, he has some valid points. If for whatever reason that is important to him and he sees it as a red flag, if she's unwilling to share that information, no matter how pretty she is, he's just going to know that they're not the right fit and he's going to move on.
I can tell you exactly why he's worried. Do you see this family over here? You can see a beautiful family, but the kids look kinda different. Now imagine you find out your wife is this, but officially her face is this. Man sues ex-wives for having ugly babies. I mean, you kinda lied.
This is absolutely unfair. My peers and I, we are starving. We are physically exhausted. I am quite literally shaking right now, as you can see. We are both cold and hot at the same time. We are all immunocompromised. And based on the university's meeting yesterday with some of our bargaining team, they would love to continue physically weakening us because they can't stand to say no to unjust murder. I will say I truly do not feel like I am doing anything special. This is my choice, and I would not spend my birthday doing anything other than being here and standing in solidarity with you all and standing in solidarity with our siblings and innocent people in Gaza.
Go eat some food. It's your freaking birthday. Why the heck should other people care? It's called a hunger strike. You can't hunger strike to send a message and be like, oh my god, I'm suffering. That's like me removing my working eye for Gaza and then complain I can do my favorite job. I can't see. Where is he? Where is he?
Do you know what makes me special? I'm a queer. And I'm a...
So this is Bambi Talk at Ireland Eurovision, and all I can say is
we don't care.
But you always have to take in consideration, this is the new normal, because this is officially a family show, Eurovision.
I'm V Reeves with Hand, House Keys Action Network Denver. I use they, them pronouns.
It does not surprise me.
My name is spelled V, just the letter V, last name Reeves. So we called for this emergency press conference because it became very clear from several meetings that we'd been having with the folks here at this encampment and also with other migrants that there needed to be clarification on the kinds of systemic conditions these folks are put under.
So they came to my house uninvited, I didn't have a meal ready, and now they want to eat my meal that I don't want to share. So I give you half my food and I prepare another half meal so you feel comfortable, and you also tell me you don't like the new food I made in a quickie.
There's a lot of dissonance and a huge amount of difference between what is coming out of the city and what the mayor is saying and what the reality of these people's lives are. There's also so many incredibly strong parallels that come between the cause for the unhoused migrants' rights here in Colorado and in the U.S.
You sure?
That's how they went. These are migrants, they need help, bada bing, bada boom, but they're supporting Palestine. I'm like, what?
How dare you?
It makes me wonder, did you guys care about the other Uyghur Muslims in China?
Maybe the question that today's protester needs to ask themselves more than any other is, why do I care so much about this particular cause? North Korea starves its people. China puts them in concentration camps. Myanmar brutalizes the Rohingya. Boko Haram kidnaps whole villages of women. The president of Burundi says gays should be stoned to death because they, quote, deserve it. Nothing? Ukraine? Maybe if these Google employees had the slightest idea what kind of fundamentalist, oppressive assholes they're supporting, Hamas, the Houthis, Hezbollah, the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, they might take it a little easier on the world's greatest monster, Genocide Joe. Genocide, by the way, is when you want to wipe out an entire people. That's the stated goal of Hamas. That's what from the river to the sea means. Hamas would do that to Israel, but can't. Israel could do that to them, but doesn't.
It's very simple. The only reason they care so much about this because this one is so close to their enemy. And there are other allies that are also close to Israel that have walls to push the Palestinian out, also don't want to help because everybody wants Israel to be the big brother, to control that whole region.
Your definition of critical race theory?
Yeah, Derek Bell's. So what he wrote in 1991, Intro to Critical Race Theory. What's in that book?
The whole book is your definition.
How about this? The one I used. Call everything racist till you control it.
Oh, so wait, but then that literally means that critical race theory can mean basically anything you want it to, right? Like,
only if you're calling it racist till you control it. I mean, I'm defining critical race theory in the modern American context as...
Wait, but...
Are you familiar with that literature?
Well, yeah, I read the book, but I don't remember anything about it. It was for like a college class. Like, let's be honest, nobody remembers the books they read in college.
Sounds like a great value proposition to go to college.
No, it is, trust me. But like, well, but you didn't go to college, so I guess you wouldn't know.
It's true, I didn't.
So
let me ask you though, does that mean that I'm not able to have this conversation with you? Because I actually remember the book and you didn't, and you paid for it.
I'm just happy Charlie Kirk could say that with such a big smile on his face.
You are not going to believe this one. 24-year-old school teacher doing this to a 5th grader. To a 5th grader. He's 11 years old. You know how his parents found out? You know how his parents found out? They heard him talking to her and sending text messages to her, saying how much she liked him touching her.
That's what you get when you tell people to explore yourself. Free the nipple. Do whatever you want. There is no shame. And whenever it happens, you can just blame the other person or something in your past. You normalized it.
Don't make me look ugly.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
And I keep telling people, slippery slope. something is going to happen. And if you don't put accountability and a middle ground, because oh no, middle ground might hurt a feeling, I keep saying too much empathy is very evil.
Young black kids growing up in the Bronx who don't even know what the word computer is. They don't know these things. And I want the world open up to all of them, because when you have their diverse voices innovating solutions through technology, then you're really addressing society's broader challenges.
And here comes the defender of the left. Was this racist? I don't see this as being racist. I don't think she meant to use the word computer, but in an effort to not hang on the word, she just threw out a word like computer. You really think leftists are not that disconnected?
An opinion on voter ID laws?
Yeah, they're usually pretty racist.
Because they're less likely to have state ID.
Do you think that's harder for black people to go online?
Well, I feel like they don't have the knowledge of how it works.
Oh, I'm beating your ass.
Don't have ID. Why would they think we don't have ID?
That's a lie. Why would you say that?
Do you have ID?
Yes.
It doesn't surprise me when a leftist says, I think you're stupid, but in a good way. Because it's okay for you not to know. That's why you have me.
Don't get me wrong, ma cosa kita bong. Put the fire na mi blonde kush hash purple skunk criollo colombici jam jam. Dur loqueta verdetta welcome.